Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some very exciting Outer Rim content that I recorded back in LA last week at a Game Changer event. In this video I wanted to go over the two new heroes, Greedo and Nien Nunb, firstly how they work and then how I think they pair up against each other. I've also uploaded a couple of other videos on my channel, so don't forget to check those out when you're done with this one. Let's start off with Nien Nunb. He is, as you might have heard, actually a sniper, and his abilities is based around keeping your distance to the enemies and locking down a specific area. He uses a upgraded version of the DH-17, which is the automatic blaster pistol. As a first ability, he has a rapid pulse cannon, which is basically like the standard pulse cannon, but with a lot shorter cooldown. The second ability is very interesting, as it's an upgradable infantry turret. The way this works is that whenever he puts it down, both a health and upgrade meter appears above his health, and whenever you do damage to heroes or kill people, you can see that the icon slowly fills up, and when it's full, your turret will be upgraded to explosive shots, and I think it also gets upgraded in terms of lock-on speed, because it seems to lock on a lot faster when it's upgraded. Keep in mind though that if you put down a new turret, the upgrade will reset and you have to restart the upgrade, so you should only place a new one down if the old one is in a really bad location. His third ability actually varies depending on the map. If you play on the smaller maps and game modes, you will have 4 proximity bombs to place, whereas on large game modes he actually has a orbital strike, which is going to be very interesting to see. Unfortunately I didn't get a chance to try out the orbital strike, as we only play the Outer Rim content during the event, which means no large maps, but it will most likely just be like the normal pickup you're able to find on the map. Moving on to Greedo. His main pistol is the DT-12, which is a fairly slow shooting blaster pistol that is very powerful. His first ability is actually very interesting, as it works sort of like a trait. He has a number of grenades he can use depending on how high his confidence level is, which is the meter you can see above the health bar. His confidence level increases whenever he does damage to heroes or kills enemies, but it slowly goes down over time, so if you manage to level it up, you need to stay in the action in order to keep the grenades. He starts off with a simple Deoxys grenade, and he can then upgrade to a thermal detonator, impact grenade, and then lastly a thermal imploder. His second ability is called High Senses and is basically like an improved scan pulse that allows him to see enemies through walls. His final ability is arguably the coolest one yet, which is the Precision Shots ability, which allows him to lock onto up to 5 enemies in line of sight and then fire a rapid burst to take them all out. This ability is also scaled depending on his confidence level, so you will do a lot of damage in something like Heroes vs Villains if you have high confidence level and manage to lock onto a lot of heroes. As you can see by this clip, it does kill at confidence level 1 on normal soldiers, so that extra damage will only make a difference against heroes. This ability was quite hard to lock on with, and it isn't as good as you might think from the trailer. The only place I actually managed to use it effectively was during Hero Hunt, at which point there's gonna be a lot more enemies for you to kill, and this was also on Endor, which is fairly open except for the trees. So what do I think about these two heroes and which one is the best? Well, first and foremost, I'm very impressed with the way they handle these heroes, as they managed to create two very interesting heroes gameplay wise when the actual characters isn't the most interesting. And they've also managed to add more depth to the actual heroes compared to the old ones, since you need to be tactical with their trait abilities. And with Nien Nunb we have a legitimate long-range hero that will really add something else to the battlefield. I have a feeling that he will be very good on the bigger game modes such as Walker Assault. Just imagine yourself having a rapid pulse cannon, orbital strike and a turret you're able to upgrade, to which point it will melt enemies. Greedo on the other hand is a lot more aggressive, yet he dies very fast, and my verdict during the event was that I thought Greedo was a lot better than Nien Nunb. This is because all of the Outer Rim content is focused on quite close quarters combat, at which point Greedo is really good, and something I particularly noticed a difference on is the fact that his DT-12 actually seems to one-shot normal infantry compared to Nien Nunb's DH-17, which doesn't kill nearly as fast as you can see by these clips. The fact that he can throw a lot of grenades into rooms and corridors and use his Precision Shots ability for the fairly open rooms really makes him an ideal close quarters hero, as he really can adapt to any close quarters situation. Whereas when I played with Nien Nunb, I didn't really feel like I got that much out of my abilities. The turret is very hard to use on close quarters maps, and same goes for the pulse cannon, but I'm quite confident that he will be very good on the open maps. My final verdict is that in the Outer Rim DLC, Greedo is the winner by far, but on the larger game modes and maps, I know for sure that Nien Nunb will be a lot better than Greedo. He will be able to lock down objectives very well with all of his abilities, whereas Greedo doesn't really have any long range abilities to use. And well, that brings this video to an end. Make sure to check out the other Outer Rim videos I uploaded to the channel today by checking out the links in the description or my channel page. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the force be with you.